The muscles and fascia of the superficial back line are structurally connected, making this myofascial meridian an integrated whole in which force is transmitted from foot to head or from head to foot, if you like to see it that way around. Let me emphasize two qualities: myofascial continuity and body-wide force transmission. With these qualities in place, change in one part of the myofascial meridian is creating and might even lead to an immediate response in other places of the meridian. So let's do a little experiment on force transmission. Okay, knowing things is a power, knowing and experiencing things is a superpower. So I'm recommending you join Mumu on the mat for this little experiment. So start in a centered body alignment, engage through the center, and then start rolling down. So as far as your superficial back line is concerned, you start tensioning the superficial back line from the top down, from the head, the upper back, the lower back, across the sacrum. And there is some tension going down the back of the legs, across the heel to the underside of the feet. However, like Mumu does so beautifully, you stay in your roll down position with your upper portion superficial back line fully tensioned, so the fascia, especially in your lower back, under tension. Now you have an experience of force, let me call it force distribution in your superficial back line. So the force is distributed in a certain way. Now the experiment comes. So with Mumu, if you like, lift your head and lower your head. And when you lift your head, notice what changes in the tension in your superficial back line. Now, tension often feels like a stretch. So do you feel it different when you give your superficial back line a little bit of slack? Fascially speaking, it's not slack, but you take some tension out of it in the neck. Right, and then you let your head relax, and then fold forward all the way from the hips, and again you have a tensional change in your superficial back line, different force transmission. So is there a different stretch sensation in your hamstrings now versus your lower back? Different force transmission. Let's play again. So you bend the knees, you extend the legs, and by bending the knees you, let's say, interrupt the force transmission in the lower portion of your superficial back line. What does that do? And do you feel a difference all the way up to your back, maybe even your neck? Then you can keep the legs extended or the knees bent, although we are playing with force transmission. So if you can extend the legs, go for it. And then you start to roll up, engaging pelvic floor, abdominals. The sit bones reach down, so you engage the lower portion of your superficial back line, then the upper portion of your superficial back line, and then there is integration in this continuous myofascial meridian. And now hopefully there is an easeful sense of force transmission in your superficial back line. Calm and quiet. In your next practice, stay in touch with your superficial back line. Stay curious, experiment how the force is flowing through your superficial back line as you do different exercises.